Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host my show, or our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Now, let's see. I think, give me 1 second here. Barbara Moore, my co-host. Are you there, Barbara?
Aloha. Yes,
Aloha,
I'm here.
sweetie.
We say aloha on Fridays. Hi, Dayle. Aloha.
Hi.
Aloha. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's, Richard. I love
Yeah,
Valentine's.
Richard got me a neat present for Valentine's. I haven't stopped using it yet. I
What is
wanted
it?
a percolator, a coffee percolator that perks.
Yes.
A silver one, and they perk, and it makes really good coffee. It's stainless steel. It makes really good coffee. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, yes. I've seen those, and they smell so good, too. I love the sound.
And let me tell you, it's delicious. I mean, I can't stop drinking the coffee. That's the problem. I drink
It really
decaf,
makes a
but
difference.
still. It does.
Wow.
It really does. It's like eating it. It's like having it at a restaurant. And I got some. My husband went on Zo Lucky, and I got to pick out a whole bunch of tops and pants and all that. So that was
so
fun.
nice. Wow, you
know,
got
so
already spoiled even early.
No, I'm getting more spoiled because there's a place I want to go to, but I'm not going to go to on Valentine's Day. But we have this new restaurant called Cooked, 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 and it has the strangest food. It's different, and nothing like you have it anywhere else, like artichoke spaghetti or I don't know, really weird stuff. And it was so good. We had a coupon that I said, I got to go back here. But, I'll get the flowers and, just a little bit of stuff. So I'll be happy with that.
That's so sweet. You're loved. And did Richard think of getting you that coffee percolator, or did he know you wanted one?
I told him what I wanted. I usually tell him what I want. Otherwise, he gets me the wrong thing inevitably. So I meant to do that. So I showed him, this is what I want for Valentine's Day. And he looked it up and he goes, oh, my God, $50 for a coffee pot? So he kind of I said, it's
Richard.
Really good.
Perky.
See how happy it made her? It made Dayle so happy to get this. She can't stop using it. She's getting the jitters over it.
No, I have decaf coffee, but I got the coffee at Costco. But, oh, my God, it's just so good. I mean, compared to a normal pot. And my husband said, well, how come everybody doesn't use one? I said, it beats me. I don't know. It's they're so busy using the new stuff that they don't get what the old things are.
Right, like the automatic, and then they don't even use the automatic.
Well, the automatic ones, they don't
it.
make good coffee. They just, no matter what you do, they just don't make the greatest coffee. It even depends on what coffee you put in. They just don't taste that good.
And they're very expensive still. I found mine outside. Somebody was giving it away. I brushed it off, cleaned it up. It was like brand new. I looked that thing up on Amazon. It's like $74.
I know. Their coffee pots lately are ridiculously high priced. So there's the
percolator. Oh, I like the percolators where it's like you can see it on top percolate through like the glass.
Like it's a ball. Can. It's glass, and I can watch it. I watch it perk every morning.
That's
and
so relaxing.
But it doesn't perk. It makes coffee so fast that it doesn't perk long enough. I wish it perked longer. But
I like the fast.
After I was done, I felt like I wanted more coffee, so I just lifted it up and I put some more water in there because I already had the coffee grounds, and it tasted just so good. Anyway,
you don't have to
buy
coffee.
Who?
Johnny? Is he even here?
I don't know.
Hello, Johnny.
I'm right here. I'm listening to you.
Are you ever joining in ever?
Do
you like coffee?
Actually, but not the
it.
hot coffee. It's just more like regular, not really hot coffee. Like the Starbucks things. I mean, hot coffee to me tastes like dirt, you know.
Well,
you don't like
percolator makes better coffee than Starbucks.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I'm sure it does.
It really does. And it's just like, I can't wait till the morning till I can have percolated coffee. I mean, otherwise, I'm going to start drinking this thing, and I'm going to end up drinking it day and night because it's so good.
Well, what about Richard and Blythe? Do they notice a big difference with the taste?
Well, Blythe doesn't drink coffee, but Richard liked it. Huh, Richard, right?
Richard?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I'll probably start drinking it again.
He goes,
well, I
this
used to
is
drink
pretty
it all
good.
the time in the Navy. Yeah.
In the Navy, to get that, those hours standing around doing a lot.
But I had to tell you something wild. I have to tell you something wild. I have this Ford Explorer SEL car, and it's been sitting in my driveway for a year because Ford can't seem to find, the transmission went and it only has 120,000 miles, and they won't pay for it because has to be, Ford says, 150,000 miles and it has to, I don't know, there's a list of things, and it can't, this car is like 10 years old, but I hardly ever used it because I had it in Hawaii. So I brought it over here, and the transmission went, and there's, Barbara, listen to me, there's 30,000 people waiting for the part. I'm not kidding.
No.
And so
That's
there's no way.
Ridiculous.
I mean, it's beyond ridiculous. I think it's made in China or something. I don't know. But anyway.
Those are good cars, though.
Huh?
Those are good.
What?
The Ford Explorer. My mother drove that kind of car for years.
Well, I love the Ford. It's just the transmission one, and it was one piece, that I have to get. So nobody, I called all over, and Richard can testify this. We've been calling and calling and calling, and Ford won't even return your phone call. They're going, get in line, lady. We have 3,000 other people we want to serve, So I just figured out, why can't I find someone to go to the junkyard, a transmission place, to call a junkyard and get the part? And guess what?
You probably could.
They found it.
With your idea?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
No, it's weird. I've been having weird ESP, really weird things happen. Like that was one of them. Anyway, they found the part. Now it's in the shop, and it's a transmission, and they have to wait for a special code in order to link it up to the computer. Cards aren't made the way they used to, but hopefully they'll be able to do it. I just have this gut feeling that because I was able to talk to the guy and have him call, that it's going to work. So they're waiting for the code so that they can link it up to the car so I can use it. And this car gets like 36 miles to the gallon.
That is amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great for your weather, and it's cute.
Well, what do you think?
That is so cool. I think
they told me today, they told me I needed a battery. Well, battery was $238. Hello.
That's ridiculous.
I know. It's ridiculous, but things have gone up so much. I don't know. So what do you think? You think I'll be able to use my car, Barbie?
I think you will be able to, because look at what you already solved so far. 30,000 people are now behind you, Dayle. So, hello. Kudos to you for using your power.
Well, I got to the point where I walked by my car, and I said, I want my car back. I want it back. I hope.
Talk to you next week, and it will be back, I bet.
Yes, I hope. The guy's saying Monday or Tuesday, hopefully. And once he connects it, we don't know how long it'll work for, the part. What's it called, Richard? Richard, what's the part called?
Transmission module.
Oh, transmission module. We don't know how long it'll work. It could work for a year. It could work for 100,000 miles. We don't know because we're getting it from, one of those pick and, what do you call them? Junkyards.
Mm-hmm.
So, but hopefully it'll work, and that's the only thing wrong with the car. So, other than that, I see myself getting it serviced and going down the curves and signing up with Curves and doing that because it gets 36 miles to the gallon. So,
well, then add scene. Add scene. It's lasting for a long time. Add that to your thoughts. As long as you want it to add that part. And then it will be, because you are the epitome of manifestation. You are the best at it. Remember when you guys were trying to find a house? We went through that with you. You are the most determined person.
Months.
You are determined, and with your willpower alone, let alone all of your psychic powers, I think that
I was to the
do
point of
you
giving
want,
up.
Dayle. It's going to happen.
Because of the point of houses were getting so high to rent, and everybody was moving to Nevada, and you couldn't find anything. I mean, nothing under 2,500 to 3,000. I mean, nothing. And we're talking like a 2-bedroom, a simple 2-bedroom.
What about now?
Now, I hear they're going down. I'm still in my place, but I hear they're going down. It's starting to go down now.
That lasted a long time, though. Oh, do you want to just touch upon that? We have to acknowledge it, I think. I know it's sad, and it's not the greatest news in the world, but a huge earthquake. And I wanted to know what you do to prepare for an earthquake if we have one. The earthquake that has killed 20,000 people 5 days ago.
23,000. 23,000.
Oh, my gosh.
I've been in earthquakes. I was in the LA one, the February 9th earthquake, and that was my first big earthquake. It was 6.9, and I was living by the pool.
Hold
you
on.
Too?
What year was that again, please? Because if
19...
it was 1991.
And now you got me. I don't know. I think so.
Because we talked about it before.
It wasn't 91.
There was two, remember? 91. And it was like 92, and then... Okay, it was right when I was living at Mansion, 91.
I was living in Tahoe in 91, so no.
And then another one in 93, right?
I don't remember, but I know it was February 9th.
Go look it up. He's got the computer in front of him, like he should be looking up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Johnny, look up the San Fernando Valley earthquake. There were 2 of them.
When did the earthquake happen?
Look at it.
Around the early 90s, because I was at the Playboy Mansion for the first one. And then
I was in Tahoe. I was in
San Fernando earthquake. Here we go.
I said there was 2.
Here we go. What?
2 of them.
Yeah. There's 2.
San Fernando earthquake, 1994.
No, there's one before that.
Magnitude. In the city of Los Angeles.
I can't hear him. It's like his nose is stuffed. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, no, no, you're right, Johnny. You do
what I
sound
said was
clogged
I said
up.
that it was 6.7 in Los Angeles in 1994.
Yeah, but there was 2 of them.
2 of them. Let's see.
Because I lived in Van Nuys.
Yeah, I don't.
I lived in Van Nuys.
Yeah.
What?
I could swear it was
I don't read
1969.
anything about 2. All I read is 1. So.
Look up 1969 San Fernando Valley earthquake.
1959.
No,
Okay.
69.
1969.
1969. But anyway,
that's the year
Barbara.
after I was born. Yes.
Okay, Barbara.
Yes.
That earthquake, I was an apartment manager, and I was living next to a pool, and I never experienced an earthquake before because I was from New Jersey, and the water rushed in and hit me in the face, and I could figure, oh my God, I thought it was tidal wave at that point. I don't know. And my husband grabbed me. That was my first husband. He grabbed me, and so that's how I know it wasn't in the 90s, because we got divorced in 1985, and the earthquake was way before that. So I just can't remember.
But the one in 94, I do remember I had a roommate. I was woken up to these things, kind of like what happened to you. I got sprayed in the face, though, with like my knickknacks. My shelf fell over and the knickknacks. And I literally thought I was being attacked by an intruder at first. So when I realized, it's an earthquake, I was actually relieved. I'd rather have an earthquake than, a rapist in my room.
No, I see your point. But all I learned was just to duck under something real sturdy. But I think what bothers me most about the Turkey earthquake, and it really annoys me, is that the governments of all countries, they just don't give a darn about the people. I mean, they build them in rinky-dink apartments and houses, and these people can't even survive. And the governments they don't care. So when there is an earthquake... I'd like
to see a before photo. I thought they were normal buildings. I thought it was a normal city in some areas. And some of the people have already dealt with the war. It went over to the people who are going through devastation with that. So they're getting hit when they're already low. And like you said, they can hardly even survive in poverty, a lot of them, and now they have really nothing, and they're mourning lost ones.
That's my point. The governments of those countries take all the money, like they're starting to do here, and they take all the money, and the regular people, the middle class, have nothing, and that's sad.
And then we go and we are helping them, and a lot of other countries, but there's only so much you can do if somebody's underneath. You can't just bulldoze the place. It has to be done like methodically and carefully, one stone at a time, really.
It's very sad, and it's just very sad, and I feel very bad for those people. I don't know. What do you feel, Richard?
Well, yeah, it's I don't know.
Well, say something.
That's it. A sad situation, and it's time to take some of your call-ins.
But the babies.
Well, Richard, we don't have any.
We don't have any. What if we don't have any? I just wanted to say they pulled some babies out like 3 days later, and they just had they had scratches on their backs and stuff. And it's amazing how a baby can just survive. Very resilient. Some of the babies are. That is amazing. Because how do we know? We're not putting our babies through, tests ever like that. So it's really
just meant to be.
See that.
That's meant to be.
What?
That is meant to be.
Meant to be. Okay. Yeah.
Those people are meant to survive.
Okay. Before we take a caller, I wanted to ask you one question. Do you have, since you've been through an earthquake, so have I don't have an earthquake kit. Do you, Psychic Dayle Schear?
What the heck is an earthquake kit?
Yeah, I want to know.
You don't. Johnny, do you have one?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what it is either.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, you haven't.
We don't live in LA anymore where they have earthquakes all the time. Nevada, we don't have that many earthquakes, and I don't think Florida does either.
Oh, that's true. Funny, you guys don't even know what it is. But even when I lived in Washington State, Seattle, we had an earthquake, and it broke our chimney in two. So I guess we've always just heard of earthquake kits. on the side. And
what are they?
Well, they're
what
just
are
a
they?
kit. You know, you've got your flashlight, your blanket, that silver blanket thing. You've got a couple rations of food. You grab it when you're in an earthquake, and you run with your kit with you. So you have basic aid kit. You have probably just everything you need for an emergency right there, and food.
Well, we have
rations.
emergency in Nevada. We have, because we have a lot of snow. We have emergency kits. Like they tell people, don't come up from Sacramento or San Francisco without an emergency kit because you can get caught in the snow. And so people bring layers of clothing or different clothing, and they have food and water and flashlights and chains and, all that stuff. So we have emergency kits, but it's to each area is something different. And because we don't live in L.A., we don't have we have flashlights and all that stuff. For New Year's, we had the power out for 4 days. So we had flashlights and we had a fireplace and, we cooked on that. So, you call it, like when you live in Tahoe, they call us Tahoe Mama. And the reason being is that, because we know how to survive in the mountains. When you live in the mountains, you know how to survive. Like, not considering L.A. or any of those places, you know how to survive.
I will tell you what is in an earthquake kit. Okay? It includes the following. Food and water in this kit are meant for, okay. Water pouches, calorie food bars, Angel survival flight, keychain LED flashlight, dynamo emergency hand crank radio, and 3 LED flashlights. 12-hour emergency
I have
brake
all that.
kit.
I have
Survival
all that
whistle.
regular.
Survival
I have the
whistle?
cranking. No, I don't have a survival.
Okay.
No, I don't have a survival.
1 emergency body warmers, emergency blankets, ponchos with hood, emergency tube tent with rope. Now that's there's a lot of stuff. You got a pen. There's a few more things in there. Gloves.
And you gotta hope that your car is running so you can get the hell out of there. And the most important thing that we learn here is to always, especially when it snows, always keep your car filled with gas. I mean, always have it filled up.
Oh, good idea. They even have a
toothbrush,
toothpaste. They even have a moist towelette in this one. So they're about $98.
But I have all that stuff in general. I mean, if I just packed it up.
Then you have
general.
it, basically.
I'm more worried about, I worry about fires. I have a thing, what do you call it, a luggage, that if I have to leave, if there's a fire, I have photos and all that stuff in there, too, for just in case there's a fire and you got to get out of the house. Well, anyway, Johnny, do we have anything going? And do you want to give your number out?
We most certainly do.
Okay.
Area code 860. You are live on the air with Psychic Dayle Schear.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hi, fine. Who's this?
This is Amla.
I'm sorry. Say again.
It's Amla.
Can you spell your name? I'm not understanding you.
I don't know if you'll get it this way, but it's AMLA.
Oh, Amla. Okay, that's very, very pretty. What are you named after? What is that? What nationality?
It's from India. It's a very rare name.
It's very pretty.
Thank
Amla.
you.
Oh, I like that very much. How can where are you calling from?
Connecticut.
Okay, and how can I help you, sweetie?
Yes, I was wondering, there have been some prospects as far as a committed partnership, but it didn't quite pan out, and I'm definitely ready to move on. I'm just wondering, in the next couple of months, do you see me meeting somebody with a really quality partnership?
Okay, when you say move on, that means you want to leave one person and go to another?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's done. I mean, I mourned, I grieved, I surrendered. There you go.
Oh, good. Yes. Yeah. Well, that person did you wrong. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I mean, because he didn't respect me. I found out how I deserve to be treated.
He also cheated on you. Are you aware of that?
No, I didn't. I wasn't sure.
Well, it was in your mind, but it was true.
Okay.
Doesn't he already have a girlfriend?
He probably did. The thing is, we were very slow. We were friends, and he might have gotten. I don't even care anymore. Honestly, that's how much I'm over him. I don't really care.
Okay. But you have, okay, I understand the Indian culture. The only thing I'm concerned about or worried about, aren't you supposed to marry an Indian guy only? Is that correct?
No.
Or because
No. It's times have
No?
changed. I haven't dated an Indian guy in 20 years.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So you can date him.
Everybody's different, and everybody's different. It's just kind of like, I'm not into blonde people. I mean, nothing against blonde guys, but I'm not attracted to blonde guys, so I don't go for them. I go for the dark hair. So, everybody's different. It doesn't matter even about the culture. It's just like what you're attracted to.
Okay, I want to say this much. You're very fussy. You'll check the shoes. You'll check the nails. You'll even go as far as check the bank account or what he does for a living. It's just like, it's okay. It's fine. And you are extremely fussy and picky on who you want to be with, and especially this time around. But I say within 3 or 4 or 5 months, you're going to meet someone that'll be introduced to you. There's an L in the name, L like, an L.
Larry, like Larry, yes.
Could be, but very nice, very educated, very good, and he works in the medical field. So this is the person that you're going to be with in the future.
Yay, I'm ready. I think that you just meet people and they're part of the process. It's just like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. It's part of the Yellow Brick Road.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you, everyone.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
And
bye.
To hear from her.
Johnny, you want to give out your phone number, please?
Sure. The number is 516-531-9874. Okay. Are you ready for the next caller?
Sure am.
Okay, this is Keely, and you are live on the air with Psychic Dayle Schear.
Hi, Kaylee.
Hello, how are y'all? Hi.
Hi. Okay, you're breaking up a little bit. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Florida right now, but I also live in Texas.
All right, are you on speaker?
No, but I have earphones in, so let me just switch back to my phone without the earbuds.
Yeah, because I'm having a hard time.
Okay, is that any better?
Oh, it sure is.
Okay, but I'm sorry about that.
No, how's the weather in Florida, honey?
It's been a little rainy, but overall it's pretty nice. It's been better than it has been in Texas. Texas got a lot of ice recently, and it was nice in Florida while Texas was getting bad weather, and I was glad I was here.
Well, in Tahoe and around here, we're going to get a little bit of snow in the next few days again, but it's winding down on the snow level. It's going towards spring, so that's good. Mm-hmm. How can I help you?
Well, I am currently a graduate student, and there have been a few things going on.
What did you graduate? What did you graduate in?
I'm studying clinical psychology. I'm working on my master's degree in clinical psychology.
Okay.
And
what is the difference between a regular psychologist and a clinical? What is the difference?
Well, if it's just psychologist, that just means like general. They work in a bunch of different areas. Clinical psychologists tend to really focus on therapy. So like this would be somebody that you would go and counseling from.
You would what?
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's only like the phone cut out.
Yeah.
Am I still here?
Say it again. What does a clinical psychologist do?
A clinical psychologist focuses more on counseling or...
There's something wrong with your phone, because every time you try to tell me what it is, you leave.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I should hang up and try back.
Is it have to do with medicine? Is that why it's clinical?
It just focuses more on counseling or therapy, psychotherapy.
Oh, okay.
Well, doesn't a psychologist do that anyway?
I'm not sure what's going on with the phone. Let me go up and see if that helps.
Again.
Well, I hear a beep, and then I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe your battery. I hear the beep too. Maybe your battery's going.
No, it's been plugged in, so I don't think it's that. Okay, well, I came outside, so let's see if maybe I was just out of alignment with the towers or the satellites or however these things work.
Okay, so how can I help you?
Okay, so I've had a few different things going on in my life recently, and...
Okay, let's do one thing, okay?
Right. No, this is specifically about school. And so I'm wondering, because I am in Texas I live in Texas, but I'm in Florida because my family just moved to Florida. Once I graduate, my degree, the way I want to use it, doing counseling and therapy, I can't do that in Florida. The state laws won't let me. Now, I do have other options, but at this point, I'm not seeing where the future lies for me.
Wait. I can't do a whole reading on you. So I need, not unless you call and you want a full reading, but no, I need a specific question because you're going too far out there for me to understand what you want.
Oh, okay. Well, then my specific question is just long term. Am I going to be in Florida or am I going to be in Texas?
You're going to be in Florida.
Okay.
There's no doubt about it. No doubt in my mind. You will be in Florida.
That's kind of what I've been leaning towards as well.
And you will love it there. So you'll be fine and you'll have a very good practice and it'll all be good. And at first you'll be with somebody in practice and then you'll go off on your own. So you'll be fine.
But I can't do that in Florida with my degree. That's the problem. The laws are different in Florida than they are in Texas.
You can do it with your degree. You can do it.
There's got to be a way.
You can learn from somebody on that level. Okay? Let me rephrase that. You can work with somebody or learn from someone on that level and you'll be fine. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
I'm having problems with her phone. I can't do a whole reading on somebody. If they have a specific question. Okay, Barbie, talk to me.
Yes. Well, why don't we just tell them what your direct phone number is so they can book that appointment with you and have a private reading. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
808-372-1816.
Are you in a car or something?
Yes, I had to get into a car. It was a slight urgent matter, but it's under control now.
Oh, okay.
You're so psychic, Dayle. No,
I can hear the car door.
Let's move forward to... No, that was the seatbelt. Let's move forward onto the next call because I feel like you're doing so well with them, and now they have your direct line, so... If they need to talk more,
let me rephrase that. For a private consultation, where there is a fee involved, it's 808-372-1816, and my email is Dayle, Dayle, Schears, SCHEARS.com. Okay, we can move on.
All right. Ashley, you are live on the air with Psychic Dayle Schear.
Hi. Hello. Good evening.
Hi. Who is this?
This is Ashley from Baltimore.
Hi, Ashley from Baltimore. Well, this is all over the place today. How can I help you, sweetie?
I am recently divorced about a year, and my ex-husband and I have a horrible co-parenting situation going on here. He is horrible to work with. I just need to know, how can we move forward to be more peaceful with co-parenting? He's just a complete ass. Excuse my French right now, and I'm trying to calm myself down.
Okay. Well, there was a time that you loved him very much. There was a time where everything was fine, and now it's not fine. So you need somebody to intervene in between, like a friend or someone that can talk to him for you and, tell him what you need and what you want without you getting involved, so you won't get upset. But there was a time where everything was beautiful and wonderful, and now it's gone south. But at this point, all you can do is have someone be a go-between for you, and that'll work itself out.
So we've kind of tried that before. He's very arrogant.
Well, he may be, but you're not finding the right person. So once you find the right person that you both agree upon, it'll be good. Let him pick the person. It doesn't matter. It'll work itself out. On the co-parenting level, it will.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You have a good one.
Thank you,
ma'am.
You
too. Bye-bye.
Barbara, are you okay now?
Yes. It's all good. I'll explain in the next week.
What?
No, it's all good. It's all good.
You'll explain it next week. What does that mean?
Yeah, next week when you tell me that your dream came true. You got your car back.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'll trust you. I'll trust that you're right. Because I'll be driving my car like crazy if that be the case. Because I want to drive, so at least it gets 36
Richard
miles.
Must be driving you around right now, right?
Yes. Yes. I wake him up and say, Richard, take me here. Take me there. Right, Richard?
Right. I
thought you guys pretty much went everywhere together anyway.
No, but he'll take Richard. Tell him.
Well, we go 50-50 on going together on places. When I want to go somewhere, I go. She wants to go somewhere, and she has a little knee problem, I usually drive her. So there we go. Yeah. So I guess most of the time I drive her. I'm a good chauffeur.
He's my professional chauffeur. And other times I'll take his car and I'll drive around too. I just, I just want my own car. I
understand. Everybody does.
But I passed by my car and I said, hey, you got to come back to me. This car's got to come back to me. Barbara, what are you doing Super Bowl Sunday? Are you going to be watching the games?
I'll be watching the game. I'll probably do my own little party at my own house. Maybe a neighbor would come by. And I have a neighbor I could stop by, too. I'm sure they'll be watching it. So kind of like keeping it low-key. Oh, well, a cold goes through your body, and hopefully it won't last longer than 5 or 6 days, and it's been 6 days. So it's like I'm finally feeling better now. But it was a horrible chest cough. In fact, I've had to put it on mute a few times on the show tonight just so I could go cough.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It's in the chest and the back, and maybe I should take a music. I hate that word. Mucus? That's my... I don't like that word. But maybe I should take a Mucinex. Should I take
it? It works. I take it all the time for sinus. The Mucinex for sinus, and it's for cough and everything. It really works.
Because that cough part is lingering a little too long. It's annoying. I feel fine now, but that part is very annoying, and it makes me worry. Am I going to get sick again?
Well, if you have kids, you get sick. So, did you check for COVID?
No, I've had 2 COVID shots, and it was a cold, and then it was a chest cold.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, it's your kids, your daughter.
Yeah, she had it first.
Yeah, so she's causing, she's got to wear a mask or something. I don't know what to tell you, kids.
I don't know. It's just life.
And Richard
if I have
got
a cold once a year, it's not a big deal.
Richard got a new iPhone 13, so he's been playing with that.
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no, not
God.
another one. His phone went, I'm telling you, really bad on him.
Mm-hmm.
Richard, tell me about your phone.
Then, Richard.
Yeah.
Do you have this large one?
The phone got old like me and beyond repair.
They're like my dad.
So I got a new iPhone, and I've been sitting here all day trying to figure it all out.
But you at least know how to
get
make
everything
a phone call
set
on
right.
it, though, right?
Trying to get everything right. And,
well, the thing is, they
that's
both
going to
work
take another
the same
lifetime,
way.
Richard.
Do what? I'm sorry.
It's going to take a whole
He's
another
too
lifetime
busy
to
playing
learn
with
the
his iPhone. He's too busy playing with his iPhone.
Anyway. Is there another caller?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Okay. Allison, you are live on the air with Psychic Dayle Schear.
Hi,
Allison.
I'm calling for the woman, not the last woman, but the woman before that, who was in Florida.
What?
I don't know
if
she's still listening or not.
No, wait. Where are you calling from?
I so happen to be calling from Florida, but that's not why I'm calling.
Okay. Why are you calling?
Because I'm really sensitive and psychic, and I especially am attuned to spaces and places, and I don't know what the caller's name was, but I don't even know if she's still listening. But when you guys were talking, it was so clear to me. It was like, bam. She's not supposed to be in Florida. She's supposed to be, better for her is Texas, but she's supposed to be somewhere else. But it was someplace related to her family or connectedness of some sort. I kept feeling
but that's
Arkansas.
You know what? We're not doing a show for others.
Let me talk, because I'm trying to help her, not F up her life.
Johnny,
yes.
Connect her with the other woman, or give her the phone number, okay?
All right, thank you.
I don't want her phone number.
Well,
I
don't really want to talk to you, so go ahead. Go to the next person, Johnny.
If she's listening.
Johnny, go to the next person.
Okay, this is Micah. You are live on the air with Dayle Schear.
Hi, Micah.
Everyone.
Hi. How are you?
I'm actually doing fairly well this evening. Had a rough couple of weeks, but things are turning up a little bit. Aside from that, I'd like to first offer you all my sincerest best wishes for a proper evening. As well,
where are you calling from?
I am calling from good old historic Georgetown, South Carolina.
Oh, nice place. Okay. All right, and
yes, we have one little claim to fame here, and that is we are the first place. There was an American colony that lasted over 1 year, and that was in 1526.
Okay, what does everybody want to give us some talking? Okay, how can I help you?
Okay, I was very much bluntly in the category of not necessarily a non-believer in anything metaphysical, paranormal, or anything like that. I just had yet to see anything to appeal to the see the believer in me. And, in 2019, I realized something, what I thought was delusions that I was, controlling and not becoming a sociopath with, you could say, that I was actually going out of body. And in doing so, and I actually have the exact time that it occurred. It was on the 11th month, which was November 19th, 2019, from 11 p.m. until 11:07 p.m. was literally like almost an hour's worth of time. And I won't go into the description of it. Yes. I won't go into the description, but I will say this. I found a lot of similarities in that, and this is going to a question, but it's just as small a backstory
all right,
as
you
I
know
can
what?
get.
We don't have time for all this. So all I can tell you, I've been out of body many times. I have had wonderful experiences, and I've had terrifying experiences. And, you know, it's really fun when you're young and you turn around and I'm in a room and my sister's in there and she's with my niece and I'm shouting out her name and she doesn't hear me and I'm screaming and she don't hear me. And I look back and my body is glowing. And I freaked out and jumped back in my body at that point. But many people have out-of-body experiences, so that's kind of cool. But what is your we don't have time for a whole big thing, so what's your exact question?
Okay. Was everything I saw existing in the elsewhere? In
Are
other
you
words,
asking me that as a question?
Yes, I am. Were the things I
Definitely.
saw, which, yes, you described them accurately. So once I clear within the elsewhere that I am no harm to the universe, and they have basically given me a driver's license to go outside of our galaxy. So that pretty much means I'm not as bad of a guy as I think, right?
It's just something that, look, having ESP, having metaphysical, being telepathic, it just is, it's very normal to me, you know, but to other people it isn't. So it's fine. And it is what it is. If you truly believe it, then it is. So don't worry about it.
Okay, and I'll leave you with a little gift. The next time you have a lucid dream or something empowering that you document, because I do this myself, I've told very few people this, but look up online in radio astronomy, there is a fast radio burst archive of when they occur. And start cross-referencing, because my math on what I've experienced has hit the nail on the head every time.
Wonderful. Can you tell me one thing? Will I get my car? Sure. Will I be able to drive it?
Well, that's one thing I learned when I forecasted and saw the exact conversation of the death of my uncle a week later. I don't go into the future no more.
Well, how come?
My apologies. Because I realized I was humbled with it. Of course, when I realized what I was able to do, I was like, hey, let me try some lotto numbers here, but I just said it jokingly. I didn't do it.
It doesn't work for those. No, it doesn't work
had a lot
gambling.
Yeah, well, see, I kind of got that from Edgar Casey's documentation about when people were asking him about horse races and he did not know it, and he was getting severe headaches and migraines afterwards, and that is actually what prompted him to start recording.
You know, but you're a book learner. You have to be a real person learner. I've been psychic all my life.
Respectfully, ma'am, I'm about to turn 50 years old, and the books that I did learn from were actually physically read in a library, but it's actually worldly experience.
I understand that. I totally understand that. I've been to the Casey Institute. Have you been there?
No, I have not. Well, you got to understand, I'm only new to this since 2019, and actually there's some other places I have to go to first.
Okay, well, you're right there in North Carolina. In Devotion, North Carolina is where I was for a while. I went to the
they have one there.
Institute. Huh?
Oh, I did not know they had one there.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you. They have it. Look it up. They have a huge Edgar Casey Institute with all his files, with everything. And I had a ball there. I had a wonderful time. You know, and it's amazing.
What was the name of? My apologies. I have a little delay here. What was the name of the county again?
Well, I was in Devotion, North Carolina, but I think if you look it up online, the Casey, in fact, who has a computer? Casey Institute, Edgar Casey Institute in North Carolina. It'll tell you exactly where it is.
Okay. Well, folks, I very much appreciate the time you've given me, and I thank you very much for that insight.
Well, hey, I think keep it up. You're doing well. You're doing good. The only difference between you and I, or you and me, is the fact that I don't question. I have such strange abilities that I just let it go, and whatever happens, happens.
Understood. That's something I've had to take on myself, and it's a very, I dare say, lonely life now. But when you realize there is so much greater purpose with just the twitch of your words, you can combine into a future. It's amazing.
Yes, it is, and it's called manifestation.
Oh, that's a word I use quite often.
Thank you.
Manifestation, and it's also called synchronicity.
Mm-hmm. All right, and again, folks, I thank you very much for your time, and have a blessed evening.
Thank you. You've been very educational. Thank you.
He has a nice radio voice too. Great, and that was very clear quality. Very positive caller. That's cool. Okay, I can tell you now, you guys, what happened.
What?
Well, I didn't want to embarrass my teenager, but she came back in having missed her bus for a very important thing. So we had to jump in the car, and I took her. But I am driving home now, and it's good that I did because I am witnessing one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen in my entire life on PCH.
What happened with your teenager? What happened?
Okay. Pardon me. What did you say?
What happened with your teenager?
She missed her bus. I guess you didn't hear. She missed her bus, and I took her where she needed to go.
So you took her. No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad. You could have told us, and that was wonderful. You're a good mommy.
I could have, but she would have gotten really pissed off at me, and she would have gotten pissed. So I didn't tell you while she was in the car.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Anyway, I want to say this much. We've had a very unusual show today. Very unusual, and
it is.
A lot of psychic people are calling, and I want to give my number out one more time for private consultation. It's 808, which is a Hawaii number, but I'm in Nevada at the moment. 372-1816, and my email is www.dayle, D-A-Y-L-E, Schears, SCHEARS.com. So if anybody wants to look me up, they can look me up.
That's right. And you're available for them. So call away, everybody, this week, and Dayle will help you with your problems, with your future, your love life, and your job, your career.
You know, the last caller, the gentleman, was very interesting. But, you know, please understand, as a psychic, for some reason, you know, everybody makes fun of us, and they'll say, well, if you're so psychic, what are the lotto numbers? Well, you know what? I think we can't do it, or we don't want to do it because we feel that it's cheating. So we don't go to that level of numbers or, you know, or saying that. My teacher. Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead, John.
Well, what I was going to say is that when I was a kid, you know, my father was a doctor, so I said to him, I really didn't understand it, so I went by a 5-year-old mentality, and I said, Dad, if you're a doctor, why would you get sick? You know, I thought that doctors didn't get sick.
You know,
that's
you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Johnny, you know that piece of paper that I had? Can I read that to Barbara? Read this on air of what I got as a testimonial.
Okay, go right ahead.
Do you happen to have it? If not, I can go get it.
No, go get it. I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. It was something. It was a testimonial that I got to find that I just got from someone on Facebook. Okay, here it is. I'm sorry, that's my dryer. Sorry. Okay, here it is. I gotta get my glasses. Okay. This is from Michael. I won't put his last name here, but it says, "Hello, Dayle. You wouldn't remember me, but I saw you perform in 2003 at the casino in Lake Tahoe. And you pulled me out of the audience, rubbed my watch, and said Detroit. You were born in Detroit. At the end of my being on stage with you, you asked me about sheets, SHEETS. You said you saw sheets, and I went blank until later that day when it hit me. I was floating above and looked down and saw sheets covering my body. I was dead for about 11 minutes from sleeping sickness, and now I'm somewhat back to normal. Thank you, Dayle."
Wow.
Isn't that pretty cool?
That is amazing. That's crazy.
Yeah, I get a lot of testimonials, and and I appreciate every one of them. Every one of them.
You saw sheets, and he said, okay, that you saw something happening before or after it happened?
Apparently before. I saw him covered in sheets, SHEETS, sheets.
And he came back to life?
Yeah, apparently he had that sleeping sickness or something, and they had sheets. They had him wrapped around in sheets. They said he died for 11 minutes.
Right, and then that is an experience. I've been watching those programs, and they will tell you, and it is clear as day, their memories of being halfway to heaven and back. So interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, we ought to have a show specifically on, that we died and came back and whatever. But what I wanted to ask you, Barbara, before we get off real quick, is the reason I was texting you, I wanted to know the name and the channel of that witch show you were watching.
Oh, Good Witch. Not The Good Witch. It's just called Good Witch. 2 words. And it is on Hallmark.
Okay, Good Witch on Hallmark. Okay, because it didn't show a series, or it just shows a movie.
No.
No?
I get it through something else, though. But we both have the Roku. I have the Roku TV. You have the Roku. I just see it on, what do I see it on? Oh, I get it through Netflix. That's what I see it through.
Oh, okay. We get Netflix. Okay.
Okay. See it through there, because sometimes they put different things all together. It's more easy to keep track of it. So then we both can comment on it at the same time and know where we're at on the episode. I think you would really like it. It's just wholesome. It makes you feel homey. Like, that's how people should treat each other.
I really wanted to watch that, but I didn't know what channel it was on. I was looking for it on Roku.
Oh, I put the link on our Life, Laughter, Happiness Facebook page.
Oh, you can send it to me on Facebook if you'd like.
Nobody ever goes there, do they, Johnny? He probably has no idea what I've posted all week on his own Life, Laughter, Happiness.
I think I've seen some things. I think I might have seen some things, but
anyway, I don't want to give you a hard time. Just everybody go there, because I like to forward things that are interesting, or forward things about things we talked about on the show. Like, I'll go back through, like I always do, listen to the show, and then I'll collect the links of what Dayle
what happened to YouTube? What happened to YouTube?
Nothing.
And Richard, are you even there? Where are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Nothing's happening. I posted our last show from Friday on there. Right, Johnny?
You posted what?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's loud. It's very loud. What a great show. And I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. But really, Valentine's Day, isn't it next Tuesday or is it next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Look at the calendar.
It's Tuesday. It's
Tuesday.
coming Tuesday. Definitely.
So everybody should really enjoy it. Feel the love in the air. Open yourself up. Do what Dayle says. If she gave you advice on finding somebody, then do what she says and open yourself up. Change something. If it's not working now, then why did you call? You want to change it. So listen to Dayle, and hey, if you have any more love advice that you need, call up Dayle. And you can also find out more by going to DayleSchears.com. Psychic Dayle Schear has a website. It is.
Yeah, we don't want to use the word psychic. We want to just say, no, Dayle.
Not in the title of your website.
No, it's Dayle, Dayle Schears, SCHEARS.com. DayleSchears.com. And it'll say tarot reader on there, which that's the way I started out, but I do both, which is tarot reading and I do psychometry, so kind of neat.
Oh, let me ask you. Do you do couples tarot reading? That would be something kind of maybe romantic for them to do.
Couples? Are you saying couples?
Tarot.
Yeah.
Couples.
Yeah, I do that. That's kind of fun. That is
that
fun.
Would be romantic.
But, the thing about the tarot cards, they're probably the spookiest thing. I taught my son. I have a nice son in Hawaii, which means like an adoptive son in Hawaii. I taught my son how to read cards. Oh, my God. People are going to him like crazy now. And the other day he gave me a reading, and I'm going, no, I don't want to know. Because he picks up the weirdest things on me. Weird things. Like he'll tell me, oh, there's something wrong with your elbow. I see your elbow hurting. I go, now, my whole life I've never had an elbow hurt. Well, sure as can be, there was my elbow hurting. Or he'll pick up, I don't like your shoes. You need a different pair of shoes. And, weird things he'll pick up. Weird things.
That's
but,
cool.
I taught him how to read cards, and he went to a party, and he did one person's cards. And the next thing I know, he said that there were like 10 or 20 other people that were standing in line that wanted readings as well. So that was fun.
Wow. Word of mouth, the old-fashioned way, it actually is the best way.
Yeah, well, I like the cards a lot, but they're also very scary. They're both.
Well, everything's scary in life when you want to get better. It's work, it's hard, it's scary, it's risky. Every change in life is. So why not that as well?
Oh, yeah. Well, the tarot cards are just, no one really knows how they work. No one has known for eons, for centuries. It'll date back to astrology. It'll date back to the time of the Bible. It goes on and on and on, and nobody really knows. But, the cards, you don't have to be psychic to read the cards. And I'm trying to get Johnny, I did a tarot video, and I'm trying to get Johnny to put that up there. But we're trying to work through that. But anyway, I wish you a happy Valentine's Day and a happy football day. And who are you rooting for?
The Eagles, because they're my second team since my ex-husband was, that was his team, Philadelphia Eagles. So I kind of grew to love them a little bit.
Okay. Well, my thing is, I know nothing about football, but I saw on TV, and I switched. I was going to go with the Eagles and make a bet on it, because in Nevada we can do that. But all of a sudden I said to my husband, I think I want Kansas City. And he goes, you can't keep switching like that. I go, yeah, well, I can. I said, but I said, he says, what made you think that? And I said, well, I seen on TV this animal, I don't know, that was picking out football teams, and I don't know what the animal was. It was one of those furry little tiny animals, and it went to Kansas City
Weasels?
Chiefs. something like that, you know. And the animal picked out the team, and he said Kansas City Chiefs. And I said, you know what? I have a feeling the animal's right. So I said, that's why I went with that.
Well, he is good, and I like a lot of people on that team too. I'll be happy for both of the teams, but I wish that the Seattle Seahawks would have made it.
I don't understand football, so may the best team win. I mean, you know, that's if you're going to do anything, go see 80 for Brady, and you'll maybe learn a little bit about football.
The only thing that I know about the Super Bowl, this is the only thing I know about the Super Bowl, is that if you go to the bathroom during the commercials, the water will be down because everybody's using the bathroom. That's the only thing I know.
Gross. I don't think about it. I know everything about it, and I'm going to enjoy it. But I think it's cute. It's always fun to have, you know, one team to root for. So however you figure that out is fun. But, hey, Dayle, just for my sake, maybe you could root for my favorite this time.
Sure, I will for anybody you want me to root for. I don't care.
Okay. The Eagles.
Just as long as I get my car back. That's all I care about.
And also about the movie that you talked about, 80 for Brady. You know, most of those ladies, they weren't into football either, but they loved the idea of making the movie. Because remember we were talking about it last week. Yeah.
Sally Fields is totally into football.
She is?
Totally.
Not
she watches
Jane Fonda and not a couple of the other ladies were not into it.
No,
so
but
that kind of surprised me.
Sally Fields says she watches every single game that's on TV. But on top of that, did you know that the other lady, the one that was in West Side Story, what's her name?
The dancer, right? Richard knows.
Yeah.
Richard. That okay.
But the ladies.
I forget that lady's name.
The lady that I forgot her name too. We'd have to go look it up.
Marino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess what? She's 91 years old. God bless her.
Oh, really? Okay. We'll give her a pass for being annoying then on that show. Just kidding, Richard.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to end, and I'm sorry for everybody. And aloha. Aloha.
No need to be
everyone.
sorry. Aloha. I've got to go. I could hardly even talk. But happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.
And you too. Are you doing anything for Valentine's?
Aloha.
Aloha.
Are you doing anything for Valentine's, Barbara?
Not yet.
Oh, you might.
I've gotten a lot of presents from admirers, but I don't have a special boyfriend or husband right now, Dayle. So, I mean, I guess I could go find a date, but I don't want to lead anybody on. All right.
Well, it's fun. Okay, talk to you later, and have a good one, Johnny. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Aloha.
Aloha.